Now we continue to honor the class of 2020 who will be graduating over the next few days. Today, Alpharetta High School is the focus. The athletic director there is Dustin Renpees, and he tells us about his senior class.
I'm a first-year AD, so I haven't got those type of established relationships as a lot of athletic directors. So this year's been a large learning curve, just getting to know the student athletes. It's an incredible school, and it's an incredible bunch of seniors. All of our spring sports teams were pretty good. Some of our sports didn't even get a chance to get off the ground. Our individual coaches have been doing things through social media. It first started with the seniors, and now it's kind of morphed into everybody that was part of the spring sports. We had all the seniors come out to the baseball field and got to go to their position and take pictures. Being able to get on the field, be in uniform, be with mom and dad, and get those pictures taken and keeping them focused on this isn't the end. For a lot of our student athletes, they're going to have another opportunity to play maybe at a higher level. They're going to be extremely successful. And I thank them for everything that they've done for our school.